Have you got the news?
Yes, unfortunately there are some bad news.
Tell me about it.
We had to make a choice. You will be out of the BCE. John will take your place.
You are ridiculous and corrupt. So you prefer a person to who I lent money and found a work rather than me. And he rewarded me by accusing me unjustly.
We're sorry, from next week you won't work for us anymore.
No, wait! Answer me! I will kill them, I will make them pay. That's what happens when you do good. I can no longer trust anybody. Friendship, an helpful thing. Oh no, I have lost it all. There was a crack. All of my investments are lost.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Today is the worst day of my life. And now, what can I do? I can trust in a few people, but I don't know if they want to help me.
I think I know what can help you. Listen to me.
Let's listen.
I want to tell you a story. Sometimes a story can be useful. Yes, like this. And now, close your eyes and start to imagine. In 1508, in the great and big city of Venice, there was a not very rich young man, about your age. His name was Bassanio. This man fell in love with the beautiful Porzia, a young and rich lady that lived in her big and wealthy house in Belmonte. His fortune was to have a friend like Antonio. Bassanio needed money and he asked them to his friend.
Bassanio, what brings you here to me?
Antonio, I have to work with you alone. You know how much effort I've wasted in order to maintain my living standard, that by now my limited resources can no longer allow me to keep. My problem is that I'm in debt, a debt pile from which I want to get me out honestly. To you, Antonio, I am debtor both of money and affection, and to you only I want to reveal my project. I mean to get rid of all debts.
Tell me everything with open heart. My purse, me personally, and all I have is at your free disposal. Just tell me what you want me to do.
There is a lady in Belmonte, hereditary of great wealth. She is beautiful and virtuous. Her name is Porzia. She is known all over the world and full of suitors and pretenders to her hands. Blonde curls like the sun fall on her face. She is gorgeous, Antonio. If I could only woo her and get her hand, I'm sure I would have much success than everyone else.
All my possessions, you know, are currently in the sea, and at the moment I haven't cash nor goods to gain money, but I'm ready to squeeze the most of my fame and my name to give the means to you, for Belmonte and the comely Porzia. Ask where you can find money. I don't have problems to get it on my credit and relying on my person.
So, Antonio couldn't give money to Bassanio because he had invested all of them in the sea trade.
Exactly. Then Bassanio Antonio went to Shylock, a Jewish usurer, but it was very hard to obtain 3,000 ducats from him. Shylock was hungry of revenge.
Shylock! Shylock! Shylock!
3,000 ducats for 3 months. Therefore, a lot of money.
With the guarantee of Antonio. Then will you make me this favor? Will you give me a hand? Do you accept?
3,000 ducats for 3 months with the guarantee of Antonio. He is certainly a worthy man, but the unexpected may be many. Antonio is the owner of numerous sea shipments, one for Tripoli and another that's sailing to the Indies. And third is sailing towards Mexico, and the fourth towards England. And other consignments are at the sea on his behalf. However, there are many risks because of pirates, the waters, the cliffs, and the winds. That man is still good enough for me, and I think I can accept.
Shylock, in short, do you want or not us as debtors?
Mr. Antonio, now you need me. But why should I lend you money without you judge me in public, giving me the unbeliever, doglander, and spit disgusted over my Jewish Gabbana? And all of this because of the use I do of what is mine.
Listen, if you can lend me this money, then please give it to me, but not as a friend rather than an enemy. If which is wrong, we'll pay you a penalty fee.
A pound of human flesh.
What?
A pound of your fair human flesh that has to be taken and cut close to your heart, the part of your body which pleases me more. This is the penal I ask for.
Okay, I will sign this contract.
You won't do that because of me.
Don't worry about me, Bassanio. Within 3 months I will get 3 times the amount that we are to give back. Shylock, I would like to sign the contract.
What the hell? Human meat?
Yes, you understand right. Sometimes a man can be very cruel. Whereas Bassanio got 3,000 ducats. 2 months and 2 weeks later, Antonio received bad news. His trade failed.
And the Shylock? What did he do?
Shylock was very happy about this, but also angry. In these 2 months, Jessica, the daughter of Shylock, escaped with Lorenzo, and they brought some of Shylock's treasures. So Shylock became angry, very angry.
Antonio's trades have failed. Its ships are sunk, either have been victims of pirate attacks.
For real? Oh Dio Grazia! Oh Dio Grazia! Is it true? Is that so?
Exactly. I was told this by some survivors. Antonio's is certainly finished. He will fail to pay its debt.
It lasts 2 weeks to the expiry. If he won't pay, I want his heart.
Do you really want a pound of Antonio's flesh? Don't you have any mercy?
Mercy? Which mercy? They treated me like a dog until they needed me. They also took my daughter Jessica, my servant, and above all my money, my ducats, which have been lost. I want his heart, the heart of Antonio.
But why do you say that, Shylock?
I say this because I'm a Jew, one that means nothing to them. One can be spat of his face. I'm just giving back the rudeness that I was taught by these Christians.
Yes, sometimes for power, money and revenge, men can become blind and worse.
Meanwhile, Bassanio could reach Porzia.
Yes, he spent 3,000 ducats to reach her. There were other admirers that wanted the lady.
And who did Porzia choose?
How her dead father wanted. The admirers must choose between 3 little boxes. In one of them there was a picture of Porzia, and who will found it could become Porzia's husband. When Bassanio arrived, Porzia fell in love with him.
So, did Bassanio pass the test?
Please be patient a little longer. Slide still 1 or 2 days before you engage yourself with the cases, because if you went wrong in your choice, I would lose your company. Therefore, tarry a little longer.
Let me now choose between your cases, because great is my suffering. Anyhow, I feel that my heart will make me do the right choice. So let me meet my destiny and the cases.
Well, so be it. I'm locked up in one of the 3 cases. If you love me, then you'll find me. In the background there will be music. Songs of swans if you lose. The real music of marching band of coronation of the king if you win.
The external appearance often makes things appear different from reality. The world has been always been fooled by appearances. So you shine and sparkling gold. I don't want you, neither you, very silver. Vulgar people of every human barter I choose. But you, rat lead, which threatens rather than promise. You, whose pens move me more than any great speech. I choose you, and what a joy will be mine. Bassanio, a letter has come for you.
Bassanio, what does it say that bad to make you lose the color of your face?
My lady, you should know that in order to reach you have spent my fortunes, and not only. I have asked for a friend's help, the merchant Bassanio, who in his turn has been in debt to a Jew named Shylock, throughout a contract that endangers his life.
But what does it say, this contract?
A pound of human flesh must be cut close to Antonio's heart if he couldn't repay the sum of 3,000 ducats. Well, in this letter it is said that all the travels of Antonio have served from India to Tripoli.
3,000 ducats? Give him 6 and we'll finish. Bassanio, you have to go by your friend. But first, I give you this ring as a sign of our love. Don't lose it, either sell it. His absence will not meet the end of our love.
I won't lose it.
One piece of news about the fail of Antonio's trades came to Porzia's court. So Bassanio, after his marriage with the lady, decided to help his friend Antonio. And moreover, Porzia had decided to help Antonio and Bassanio, disguised as a lawyer.
I think it was easy to skip the deed of Antonio. Is not true?
It seems to be like this. But Shylock asked help to the Venetian laws, and he only wanted his piece of human meat. The Doge stood by the judgment because he was waiting for a lawyer. Porzia appeared as the lawyer, wearing man clothes and with the name of Balthazar.
I'm curious. Tell me the end of the story.
Yes. So Shylock and Antonio were ready to go face to face with the Doge. Where is Antonio?
Prison to your grace.
Antonio, I'm sorry, but you have to answer to a vile and greedy man. He's ruthless. Someone, go call the Jew.
Your grace, I've already said I want what I deserve, and you must follow your laws and give me a pound of human flesh which I asked to Antonio. If it won't happen, the anger of God would pour out on you. May you wonder why I just want a pound of flesh? Because I want it. I won't tell you anything but confess the deep hatred and disgust I feel towards the Venetian merchant.
You are heartless.
There would be another way. Thou hast lent us 3,000 ducats. We will be able to give you 6 back.
No, nothing can then in my panel, even if each of 6,000 ducats was divided into 6 parts of the same value, I would accept. A pound of human flesh, this is what I want.
Shylock and Antonio, I can endure no hearing, so long as it gets here Bellario, a talented lawyer, whom has been called to investigate this case.
I'm here, but I'm not Bellario because I'm an envoy recommended by him. It's all written in this letter.
We proceed then.
So you are the merchant and you are the Jew. Shylock, your claim is made of strange nature, but the Venetian law can't stop you. Are you sure therefore to proceed without feel pity for this man and then refuse 6,000 ducats for a pound of human flesh? Otherwise, do you acknowledge your debt, Antonio?
Yes.
Then you can't do anything but implore mercy.
And why should I feel mercy? My acts fall on my head. Here I claim the penal provided in the contract.
Therefore, let me examine the contract. It is valid. The Jew can claim then his pound of human flesh close to the heart of the merchant. Please, proceed. You, the merchant, have nothing to complain.
Bassanio, don't you feel guilty? I ask you this. Please, Shylock, you may have mercy and accept the sum.
No, no mercy. I want what is mine. Don't call any doctor. It isn't written in the contract. Good judge. Finally, a bit of justice.
Hang on! In the contract there's no mention of blood. Yes, Shylock, you have the right to pick up a pound of flesh. But if you pour a single drop of a Venetian, the law will fall on you. You will also have to take an exactly pound of flesh. If you shall take more either less, you will be sentenced to death, and all your possession will be confiscated. So take your penal, but be careful.
Oh no, then I accept the sum. Give it to me.
Only the penal. This is your only right.
Then everything goes to hell. I'm leaving.
Wait! The laws of Venice still fall on you. In fact, anyone who threatens the life of a Venetian citizen will have to give half of his possessions to the state and a half to the under-attack citizen. The life of the aggressor also falls into the hands of the Doge. Your case falls under these laws.
I grant you the grace to have saved your life, to show you that our laws are different from yours.
And with the mercy of the court, I'll give you half of your possessions as long as you may convert and become Christian.
Okay, but what is the meaning of this story?
George, as I understand, you are an important and cultural man too. I wanted to tell you this story. You can decide whether put yourself into Shylock and then put success and money at the center of your life, or into Antonio, which also cares to his possessions, but who know important values such as friendship, affection, and love. In fact, he endangers his life for a friend, a thought he makes wrong.
Now I understand. Thank you.
Now I must go.
Hang on! Who are you?
My name is William. George, try to stand up and rebuild what have you lost. But remember, there's no treasure that can give you the happiness of friendship or love. You can always choose who you are, like the merchant of Venice did.